Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, Magic Finder number 6 on the list. Hey, mbX, your list had only 5. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Magic Finding Essence Drainer on the list. Bonus Magic Finder, let's call it like that. So, do you have any idea how to price this? Sorry, recording a video. Yeah, that's a problem when you're just constantly producing content. You just have to write people that you're like recording D&D. Okay, so Magic Finder number 6, Essence Drain, Contagion. Here we go, which is a pretty nice build. But first, or at least before we start with this one here, I want to make a couple explanations, okay? First of all, this is a glacier map farmer in this case here. And why is that? I think, yeah, you're gonna see on the showcase why it is a Legion farmer or a glacier map farmer, how I call it. Or basically, I call the glacier map farmer the Legion farmers, because the glacier map offers you Legion stones right in front of the portal when you enter it, right? So this is really nice if you just go in, clear Legion, go out and keep on doing this process. If you're just tired of burial chambers, and this is exactly the reason why I'm switching to glacier maps now, not because I am bored of burials, I just want to give you a second option of farming nice and easy currency. So, first of all, or first things first, yes, this is an Essence Drain Contagion. And yes, this one can absolutely nice farm burial chambers. And yes, all the other magic finders that I brought, whether it's Tornado Shot, whether it's Val Blight, can super easy farm glacier maps as well. So it's not like, hey, we have a new strategy on our Atlas. On our Atlas, dude, speak slower and in good, nice English sentences. Holy shit. No. Every magic finder can do everything super good as long as it's low tier, as long as it's fast, as long as it has a good amount of clear speed. And there is one thing else that I really want to mention here. The other characters, or at least like burial chamber farming, really is nice and taking advantage of having a magic finder. Why? Because Doctor cards. Doctor cards go nowadays for 18 exalts, okay? They are rising in prices as fast as the the headhunters do, obviously, because they are connected, right? So, in terms of burial chamber farming, you want to have a lot of quantity to get those Doctor cards dropping to make a lot of profit. The glacier map itself doesn't really provide any kind of good items or divination cards or any special drops that can be in here. So, why is it still worth to go Magic Finder, or is it actually worth to go Magic Finder? I would probably say here it counts way more to be fast, okay? The reason of that is we're just farming the Legion mobs, right? So, if you're gonna take, if you think like the Legion mobs, not all of those Legion mobs are affected by Magic Find. And there is actually the sergeant and the generals and every kind of mob that has an icon on top of its head, whether it's currency, bestiary, whatever, and all the loot chests from the Legion encounters, they are not affected by Magic Find, okay? So the Magic Find only comes into account for all the other mobs that you're killing. So, is it still worth go Magic Find? Yeah, probably you're gonna have more income just by randomly dropping exalts or whatever that you can generate. But usually, the Legion chests or the mobs with the currency icon do actually drop the currencies, the big exalts and stuff, right? So, why do I still go Magic Find? Because I want to give you another option, not a pure glacier farmer. You can still use this as a burial chamber farmer as well. And the same way as you can take all the other magic finders that I brought already and farm glacier maps, okay? So, this is something I really wanted to mention on the glacier maps. And if you're wondering, for sustaining your maps, I uploaded a video yesterday how to shape your atlas to get a lot of glacier maps. I would say let's jump right into the action. This one is a chaos build. That means we don't care what drops or what kind of map rolls are there. We can also vial it, but I just usually can go. If you're not used to the Essence Drain Contagion build, I will explain it pretty quickly after the map showcase. But I want to tell you that you should take a look at this rampage counter that we are getting from the Biscos leash belt, okay? So here we start the map, a lot of mobs already. Let's check the counter. That was 130 kills. Here we getting some more kills, activate this one, and now let's check this one out, okay? Let's check this one. One single cast, and now check the, oh wait, it didn't connect. Oh no, it did not connect. Wow, this is actually bad. Usually you get like 500 per one cast, and then on the second cast you're gonna get up to like 800-900. But that can happen, that the chain reaction is not going off that properly, which is kind of sad for the showcase. But anyways, we're gonna run a second map. This is just sad for the showcase, you know, but anyways, we're on 700 mobs, so you see that we're actually killing a lot of mobs here. So quickly pick up those items here, and then leave the map and go again, which is pretty easy to do. And usually you should get your first exalts within the first... Yeah, well, I don't want to say a number, because otherwise you say like, hey, mbX, you said run 10 maps, you get an exalt. I run 10 maps, I have no exalt, I want to report a bug, you know? No, it's not like how it works. So, sadly, this connection did not work off pretty well. Never mind, we're just gonna run a second one here. I want to have this very, very beautiful one cast legion killing mechanic, right? So, let's see if we can make it again. So, one essence drain, the first 150 kills on the border. Then we have another 150 kills. Here we have the blacksmith stone. Here is another 400 kills. Okay, let's open the legion. And let's see. Oh, yes. That one was better. See on the kill counter, 713. So let's kill off these small couple mobs in here. I think here is everything fine. Perfect. Okay, and now let's go again. Essence drain, contagion. Almost died, holy shit. 900 kills. Like, almost died, dude. Holy shit, 950. Can we get the 1,000 mobs? Oh, no. Oh, rip. Yeah, anyways, was a little bit better. The volatile almost killed me. What a bummer, dude. So, as you see, pretty easy, fancy, fast stuff. Usually about 1 minute, 1 minute-ish to clear off one of these, yeah, beautiful glacier maps. I think we're just gonna go again, right? Because this was beautiful. Here, one map return. Let's run it. And hopefully get some good drops and get another beautiful chain reaction. Because I just love this build, especially with the cool MTX, when all the floor is getting shaped and like celestial, like, and kill off everything. So, but it's a very insane mob density. Like, this is a tier 2 map, right? And I'm on level 90 already. Oh! And there we go, 400 plus kills with one cast. Isn't that beautiful? So now you're gonna check off the... Hey, there's another volatile coming along. No! So, 470. Okay. And kill. Very funny build, very cool to play, man. I just love it. This was actually a little bit slower than the other one, but you can just get used to it, to the playstyle. But on the other hand, it's just a lot of fun to play this build. There's a lot of big chain reactions. There is no explosions like Herald of Ice or something, but just the satisfaction level that you get running one of those glacier maps as an essence drainer. Okay, enough showcase here. Sadly, no big drops, so let's throw everything into here. And take a look how this is working in our good old Act 9 Blood Aqueducts. Just for a small showcase, if you're not familiar with the playstyle of Essence Drain Contagion. So we basically have two casts. One is the Contagion, that's the big circle here, and the Essence Drain, right? This is this one single ball that you're throwing. The difference is, the Contagion, the big one, deals, what do we have here? 3,000 chaos damage, right? The other one does 165,000 chaos damage. So this small ball does the damage, and this one will spread. So if you're gonna take a look here how this looks like, I will just make the Contagion now. As soon as these mobs die, they're gonna leave a second circle. So on everybody that is killed by Contagion or is affected by Contagion will spread the Contagion on the point it died. So what this will make now is when I place it over here, you're gonna see that this thing is just going to connect over and over and over. I still haven't cast it new, okay? This is still the old Contagion and it lasts for 6 seconds, right? So that's the one thing. The second thing is the Contagion. As I said, a lot of damage, but only for one target, or if you can hit 2 targets with the small AoE that's built in, but nothing too special, right? So the clue is, if you have a mob like debuffed by Essence Drain and Contagion, the spread of the contagion, as you saw before, when it just starts to connect, will drag the essence drain, the big debuffs, with it, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna spend one of these, let's see, contagion, and then essence drain, and instantly everything dies because the essence drain does so much damage and just gets spread with the contagion. So this is the playstyle, right? You do contagion and then you throw your essence drain, and everything in the range means the bigger your contagion is, the bigger these chain reactions will be. So, and this is the main reason why I picked the Pathfinder Ascendancy over here. I don't want to quickly go into the skill tree, but this one, Nature's Reprisal, Chaos Kills have 50% increased area of effect. And this counts for Contagion as well. It does for Essence Drain, but for Essence Drain it's not the mandatory thing, right? We're trying to get this circle as big as possible. Okay, that was just a small explanation. There is nothing too fancy built in here, right? So, let's take a look. Let's go back into the hideout. Let's take a look at the gear itself, what I picked for this character. So, we typically have the usual items, as you saw on almost every other build here, right? A Devotus with Essence Drain damage. Do you need that? No, you don't. Why you don't need that? Let's check the damage. 165,000. Now it's 156,000. So this 40% Essence Drain damage, which costs probably 3-4 exalts in the enchant, will give me 10,000 damage. Literally nothing for that price. So if you don't have that, don't take it. Not worth it, okay? There is other items or skills that are worth more to invest. I just had this one because I actually bought this like 2 weeks ago because I wanted to bring the Essence Drain Magic Finder within the 5 Magic Finders that I brought, but then I used the Val Blight, and then I was like, hey, I brought already one Chaos Kill, let's skip the second one. And since then, this helmet is on my stash, and this would be really nice just because of the movement speed it delivers. So, it's a 4 blue socket, Contagion, faster casting, increased area of effect, and Intensify. Both Intensify and increased area of effect will increase the radius of our Contagion, but since it's already super big, it's hard to see that it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Usually not here, because the Intensify stacks will make... the more stacks you have, the less area of effect you have, but the more... No, wait a second. The more stacks you have, the more area of effect. It means if I don't cast it instantly again, you see that the circle is getting smaller and smaller every time I cast. But once I'm just standing here for a second... Is it a second? Gain Intensify up to 4 stacks... And, oh, when moving, okay, so 1 second moving, and then we have the big circle again, okay? Then we move, circle is big. So, once you're always moving, you're just gonna benefit from this big one, because we're not gonna stand still here and spam this so the area of effect gets smaller, right? We are always, like, moving, and so the Contagion gets bigger and bigger, at least stays this, the max stacks size. Check. So, for the chest, this is our Essence Drain setup, and here we have one important thing to notice. The higher the base level of Essence Drain, the more damage it will do. And this is something very generic for Chaos Kills, because they are not that easy to scale on the tree. We have some clusters with Chaos damage over time, like over here, Entropy over here. But after those 4, it's not too easy to do, right? So what we can do is getting base levels. They scale insanely high with base damage, right? So if we're gonna take a look, here we have Essence Drain level 21, just the highest base level. The rest of the gems are like level 19 or so. And then we have an Empower level 4. Let's see the damage difference of an Empower level 4 and no Empower. So without Empower, we are at 118,000, and with Empower, we have 165,000. That's 50,000, that's a third of DPS that I just get from the Empower gem, okay? So, base level is king. If you're saying now, hey, wait a second, mbX, Empower support level 4 is freaking 4 exalts, I cannot afford this one. Don't worry, I got you. You can still run the same kind of speed without the Empower. Maybe you're not gonna one-shot every single mob here, so I think... For Showcase, otherwise people say I'm a liar. No, wait a second, I actually want to keep this one. So, throw an Alch on it. This is just now on a 5 link, right? Actually, yeah, I need the helm, actually. I would just unequip the helm enchant, but there is my Contagion setup in here. So this is Queen of the Forest on a 5 link, and you're gonna see it's still very, very strong, and it will still clear off the screen pretty well. But sometimes on some bigger Legion encounters, you're gonna feel a damage difference here, right? So let's open the Monolith. walk around a little bit and get this super insane big explosion going on. These mobs are dead. There is a chest that is still open. So this happens here, that there is sometimes a mob or something that is not dying, and that has actually two reasons. Either way, your damage was not enough, or you were too slow. Okay, what do you mean you were too slow? So you have to think, I think, how do I explain this the easiest way? Let's say you can only clear 2 screens, okay, while standing still. Let's say 2 screens from here. Even if your Contagion will have even more radius to clear, it will stop dealing damage because you're not near it. Because otherwise, sometimes when the mob density is so big that you could actually just one-shot a whole map, and this is not possible. So the thing is, what you need to do is you're gonna run with the Contagion, okay? That means I'm just going to run another map. Yes, I know I'm running a lot of maps here, but I just want to give you a good understanding how to get the most profit or how to be the fastest here. So we're gonna run another map. Oh god, so many maps, so many maps. It's still on a 5 link, by the way. What you're gonna do is, as soon as we open the monolith, we're gonna cast it, and then we're gonna run with the spread, okay? We're gonna run with it so it gets dragged even more. Let's say here is the end. Here where the pigeon is the end of my spread, okay? If I run with it, yeah, exactly like this. The pigeon flies away, and then the essence drain will drag even further away because I'm still in the range of the essence drain. So, here is the showcase. I'm here, starting over here, starting the chain reaction here, and then I'm running with the essence drain, and all the mobs on the end did die as well. And the Legion over here, which is pretty nice. So, if I would just stand here and do that, that would be more than 2 screens, 3 screens. This would not work, okay? This will not work. It would probably max go over here, or not even, like here, and then it will stop dealing damage. That's why it's important that you run with your Essence Drain Contagion setup to make the biggest chain reaction possible, okay? This is just small showcase here. Hope this is clear enough. If your chain reactions are not as big as mine, always remember, once you shoot your Essence Drain, get your Flask on and just run with the spread. This is important. So, but as you see, still on the 5 link, still works pretty fine, but this one gives you a super insane boost. Okay, so Essence Drain goes with Efficiency, Control Destruction, Swift Affliction, Void Manipulation, and the Empower support to get the base level of Essence Drain as high as possible. So, for let's say the weapon, this one is kind of fancy. I actually wanted to go with a multi-modded Chaos Ailment Damage weapon, but I thought, like, first of all, it's not needed. Second of all, not everybody has 10 exiles to spend on a weapon for multi-modding, okay? So, what I did was, checking, I just went to PoE Trade. Let's do this together, no problem. I go here, PoE Trade. I say I want, like, one-handed weapon, right? Then we have a chaos, non-ailment chaos damage over time multiplier. I would say at least 30, okay? Tier 1 starts at, I think, 34. Yeah, 34 to 38 is the tier 1. So, let's see. If we're gonna check tier 1, which is 34, they start at 40 chaos. This is a weapon that I bought. Mine cost 50 chaos. But if you say, like, hey, wait a second, I'm gonna slow it down to 30, 1 chaos, 10 chaos, 11 chaos, 13 chaos, okay? So, what is important next is you want to have these two things. You want to have the ailment damage, and you want to have spell damage, because our Essence Drain will benefit from the spell damage as well. And this is why I choose this weapon. It had already the the non-ailment chaos damage, and it had an open prefix to craft spell damage. I don't care about cold damage to spells, I don't care about chaos damage, attack speed, fire resistance, nothing important. The only thing that I want to have, chaos ailment damage, spell damage. These are the only two things, right? So either you check here on the side who has an open prefix, because the spell damage is a prefix. So let's scroll down here, where would be the first one. I know that you can actually search it somewhere here, but I think they removed it or I can't find it anymore. Either way, it has to have one open prefix so you can, yeah, just craft the spell damage on it. Or you check one that has already spell damage on it. So let me quickly browse through where we have one open prefix. Here is a suffix open. Here would be prefix, right? So I could just buy this one for 20 chaos, get spell damage on it. Either way, if you are rich, you get the one Exalt craft on it. Or what I would assume, or not like assume, I don't want to be unpolite or something. I just say, hey, this one is fair enough. And yeah, take one-handed weapon, obviously. So, 45 to 54. This is exactly what I take. The 4 Chaos Enchant. And yes, don't worry guys, I have more than an Exalt on stash, so I could actually afford it, but I don't need it. Chaos damage does a shitload of damage, and that's all you need, right? I don't need a multi-modded weapon, I don't need anything like that. Just go with a 5-link, enough damage. If you want to increase the damage, take an Empower. These are easy to resell. Don't need to go multi-modded, full currency blow up, okay, on this one. Easy clap. So here we have Flame Dash, faster casting, and Arcane Surge support. Check that your Arcane Surge support has a low level, so you're gonna pull it off with every single cast that you do with Flame Dash. In our offhand, Centauri's Answer, Quantity Shield, 8% quantity. Usually we would have run the Ash Mirror that we do on many other builds, but this one is a Chaos build, not an Elemental build, okay? That will not benefit us a lot. You could take the how's it called? Wait a second, I have one of these here. The Seals Amplifier. This is an item you can take as well that gives you more area of effect, bigger spreads, but you have Zealot's Oath if you haven't been hit recently. This is something, Zealot's Oath is this keynote over here, which says live regen is applied to energy shield. This will also count for the regen that you get from the Essence Drain. So if you get hit and you're having low life, but then not getting hit, and then your Essence Drain will only regen the energy shield. Since there is the Seals Amplifier active with Zealot's Oath, this is bad. That's why I still think the Seals Amplifier is not worth it. Take the quantity, you have enough damage, you have enough area of effect, easy clap. Here we have Malevolence, Enlighten, and Grace. Do we need Enlighten? No. Yes. No. Yes. Questionable. Cause, first of all, it's expensive. Second of all, we are skilling some of these mana reservation nodes. One over here, one over here. So although both will reserve 50% mana here, in total they're gonna reserve 42, which is 84. So we have 16% mana left, which is 194, is enough to cast Essence Drain and Contagion. The problem is, as you see, once you start spamming Essence Drain, you're gonna have a lack of mana here, right? So if you're feeling safe and say like, hey, wait a second, I'm not as stupid as mbX, I'm gonna hit my Essence Drains, and you just run around like this, Essence Drain, you hit, and then just connect everything, easy clap, no need. If you're as bad as I am, and sometimes missing your Essence Drain, and they're like super expensive with 79 mana cost, get an Enlightened level 3 or level 4 if you want to, not need it at all. Level 3 will just do fine to just give you 100 extra mana so you can spam those Essence Drain way more often to make some easier chain reactions, okay? So I really want to make this sure, guys. I know that you see, hey, he's running Empower level 4. He's running Enlighten level 4. Oh my god, already 10 Exalts, 8 Exalts something. This is super expensive. I showed you on both times here, not necessary. Okay, if you don't have level 4, take level 3, okay? Everything helps. So, for the next items, the gloves, Sedima's quantity item, pretty usual in my builds. Cast on Death, Portal, faster casting with Portal. So, when we die, we have a Portal. We can self-cast it with some faster casting to make it faster. And that's about it. Nothing on here. Viscous Leash, typical Magic Finder item. Yes, I know that I usually use one map with the Headhunter, but hands down, Headhunter on Essence Drain is probably one of the weakest builds that get used out of Essence Drain, okay? So, not needed. Goldworm Boots for quantity. If you're wondering, hey, why is your gem slots empty? Because I have no idea what I should put into there, okay? I have my Essence Drain setup, I have my Contagion setup, I have my Aura setup, and my movement setup. Yeah, you can't take cast when damage taken, Steel Skin, increase damage, increase duration, a Golem, like something like that, okay? Yeah, do it, feel free to do so. I just don't need it. I don't know, I'm still like level 90, almost like 90 and a half on tier 2 maps, so dying is not something that happens quite often, and if so, hey, Cast on Death Portal, dude, best setup. So anything else to say? Yeah, Amulet, typically quantity, okay? Quantity, life, resistance, whatever you need. I think I'm like super overcapped. Yeah, 156, 158, 79. So only lightning resistance is kind of low, but the rest is completely overcapped. So yeah, if you want to take a Viscous collar, if you don't want to, since the quantity amulets are better, take this one instead. or a Spine Amulet, Spine Fuse Amulet, so it gets the quantity on the implicit and profit, you know. Venter's Gamble, usually as much as possible increase quantity and resistance. Easy as that. And yeah, 2 times here. Unless you have so much resistance that you can live with double Pariahing, which is more quantity, you can also do that. So, anything else? Yeah, Flasks. Onslaught Flask, why? Cause movement speed and cast speed and whatever, right? This is very good. Then we have a Witchfire Brew, pretty generic for any kind of chaos build, cause the damage over time during Flask effect and the Spare Curse on once the Flask is active. Cause we don't really run a curse setup with Blasphemy and so on, cause we need the gems for our queen to stack the evasion rating, right? So then we have a Dying Sun. The Dying Sun has only 2 purposes. First of all, I get 2 more projectiles, so I can hit the Essence Drain easier, and Area of Effect, which gives me even bigger circles here, right? So yeah, that's the reason for that. Then we have a Jade Flask for more evasion rating to just cap my Queen of the Forest. I'm like, yeah, 11,000 over the evasion cap. Super easy. And a Quicksilver Flask for more movement speed. Check. Let's go to the skill tree. Skill tree is a little bit... I wouldn't say like the opposite of overkill, okay? This one is pretty easy, generic, okay? So, we're gonna start at the Pathfinder, as I said. First of all, Nature's Reprisal. Then you can get Nature's Boon and Master Alchemist, and then Nature's Adrenaline, or you get this one first before those 2. The most important thing is this one, the Nature's Reprisal, for more Area of Effect for Chaos skills. So we're gonna start as a Raider, typical Evasion Life Cluster, more life, and then we're gonna take here Charisma for the Mana Reservation, for our gems, and also at least for our auras, and then we have more free mana to shoot our Essence Drain and Contagion. Here is, we have a total of 4 damage clusters for chaos skills, okay? First one over here, the Madad and Madness. Madad to the Madness, sorry. Which gives you chaos damage and ailment damage. Then the second one over here with Growth and Decay for more chaos damage over time multiplier. Then on the top here, Atrophy, and on the left side we have the Corruption, which gives us another chaos damage over time multiplier. These are all 4 sources on the skill tree to scale chaos damage, and those are worth gold, dude. They give you a lot of damage, and they're gonna make your Essence Drain really blast off these mobs. The rest here, life, skill effect duration, area of effect, then we have Alchemist, area of effect, life, the typical stuff, right? There is one thing I really want to mention. I'm using here one single intuitive leap to get overcharged and the melding, but you're not gonna see any more jewel slots here. Why is that? First of all, usually you take with chaos skills, you take the blight jewels. That means you have one over here, or over here. This is actually good, but only if you use blight. We don't use blight, so I don't need them. Next one, you can use a Watcher's Eye. The best would be the Malevolence Chaos Damage over Time multiplier while affected by Malevolence, right? Problem is they go for 10 exalts. You see that I don't need the damage, so why should I invest even more currency to get this Watcher's Eye? So, what other jewels that I have? I can take life chaos damage over time multiplier jewels if you want to invest into it. Cause we have here 2 points jewel slot, right? Here we have 2 points jewel slot, 2 points jewel slot, 3 points jewel slot. I was just too lazy and it's not needed to take those, okay? I just take regular points, devotion, life, area of effect, As I said, guys, it's not needed. This is so overkill. It's a chaos build. Chaos do a shitload of damage. It's also a very league starter friendly build. There is absolutely not worth... You can invest a mirror, 2, 3 mirrors into the build. But hey, we're farming tier 2 glacier maps, okay? Super easy, nothing to snipe, to worry about, so easy clap. Just keep it simple, okay? No need. But if you want to go min-max, here a jewel slot. On the right side here, another jewel slot. We have so many jewel slots where you can potentially get your damage into, in an Uber Elder Killer. But you're still gonna farm tier 2 maps, right? Check. Nothing too fancy over here. Yeah. Path of Building link is in the description below, as always. So, what else to talk about? Essence, yeah. Cosmetics, dude. Today is a hot day again, dude. I hate these hot streams, dude. I always feel a little bit dizzy when I'm doing these videos after the streams. Anyways, Celestial Hood, then we have the Celestial Wings, Celestial Body Armor, Gloves, and Boots. Here we have the Huntsman character effect for this weird glowy thing here. The Pure Light Footprints, then the Seraph Dagger with the Crucible Weapon effect, and the Sin and Innocence Shield. And of course, for both Essence Drain and Contagion, we're gonna have this beautiful new Celestial MTX, and it looks so beautiful. And Wasteland Flame Dash, Betrayal Aura effect, Soul Nexus Aura effect, and, oh, wait a second, the Doomcrow Portal effect. Isn't that beautiful? Holy shit. So, Bandits, kill all, okay? Not a crit build. No need for Oak, for Life Regen or something. No need for Cradling. Kill all. It's a Chaos build. It's a non-crit build. In general, I always say, if you go crit, go Alira or help Alira. If you not go crit, kill all. Get the 2 skill points. Pantheons, I don't even know what I have here. Lunaris and Garukan. If you are willing to upgrade your Garukan, you have increased movement speed. And if not, then yeah, take a Lunaris for more movement speed for all the enemies that are near you. Because it will help you once you spread your Essence Drain and keep on speeding through the maps to spread your Essence Drain and Contagion, or obviously Contagion, even more and more and more, and get the big profits. So, I think we're through, right? Another build guide on the list, and now I think I'll make... Nah, I'm not spoiling. Dude, I'm not spoiled. Not anymore, dude. Because if I spoiler now, then I'm going to play... I don't know, like a Flicker Strike build. I know exactly that tomorrow when I want to buy the items for Flicker Strike, they're gonna be all of a sudden 300% more expensive. You fuckers, stop sniping items, dude. There is a lot of people that I want to play the build that don't have 30 exalts on stash, okay? So all of you flippers, fuck off, dude. Okay? Easy. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.